example of trying to save money and it doesn't work. So this floor that we got here, put this in originally, and I've been working it out, working it through, and then come back to it a couple hours after I left this room, and you see all these joints in here? When I put them in, there were no joints. They're nice and tight. Like you can see here with this new stuff that I'm putting in, there's no, you can't see the joints in here. Right, some of them have joints, like this one here, you're supposed to be able to see the joint. I mean, this is not a perfectly tight version, but then here, and these big separations, when I first put this in, they didn't have them. Now here, there's a lip that's not supposed to be there. So what happened is, I was trying to save money and got cheap, and we found this flooring, plank flooring. It's the veneer vinyl, but it's a wood. I'll pull this one up. I've been pulling these up already. You can see this is just a, I don't know if you can see that in the camera. This is just a wood composite, but it's vinyl on the top, vinyl veneer. It's a cheap quality, I don't want to say it's a cheap quality product, but it is really a cheap quality product. We bought a bunch of it about a year and a half ago we were going to do one property. We found a great deal on it, so we did a rental property and we just bought the whole pallet because it was so cheap. We were going to use it on a couple different, we should be able to get 2 or 3 properties. So we did the one, and the joints, and when we got it all done, the joints stayed tight like they're supposed to. Like these joints here, and they stayed like that. Now about a year and a half later on that one, we're starting to see some separation and some popping where they're starting to come loose. Like this one here is already loose. And I didn't think too much of it because it's tenants in the property, so I didn't notice it that much. But I've been over there a couple times and I did notice it a little bit. But then I started doing this property. Now this stuff here, I don't know if we didn't store it properly or what, but when we stored it, it was in the garage over the winter. During the summer and the winter, because COVID hit right after we did that other project, so I haven't done a rehab on one of our properties since then, so it's been a little over a year. So I just picked up this property here, and I thought, great, we have enough of the flooring to do this whole house. So we tore out the flooring, I started putting this stuff in. We got the underlayment down, the vapor barrier sun pad down. Started putting this stuff in, and I got about halfway done, and it wasn't sitting quite right. I was seeing bigger gaps like we have here now. So I tore it all back out and relocked everything in and spent more time and effort to get it all locked in. It was nice and tight. And then I started working my way down the hall the other day. And then one of the guys that was here doing some other work, he stopped in and he goes, are they supposed to have all those big gaps in there? I'm like, what are you talking about? So I come back into this room, and you can see the gaps are all back here, and there's already a couple seams that are coming loose. So what's happening is, I think when we started, this wood composite here got moisture in it over time, and it softened it up. So as everything's getting tight and we're locking everything in, this stuff is just cheap, it's just popping out. I took a couple of them here, just with my fingernail, and I should not be able to do that. And so now there's no locking mechanism here. And they're sliding back and forth. I've already had a few of the boards where they're warping or like expanding a little bit. And then, like example here, they're just tripping too easy. Sample spot right here. There's another chunk here that came from somewhere. So I just, after working on this whole floor and all the way down this hall and started working the other rooms the other day, I just got frustrated, threw my hands up, and I said, you know what? I'm tearing this stuff out and I'm getting the better quality stuff. So I just started laying this stuff down. This is the luxury vinyl planking. So it obviously costs a lot more than this stuff that I got. But in the long run, that's going to last a lot longer. It's going to be a lot more durable than this. So even though I saved some money on this stuff, the one property we got already, I could see when that tenant moves out, I got a feeling now, just especially after seeing this, that I'm gonna have to tear that floor out and replace it. Just trying to save a few bucks, and it's cost myself a lot more money and a lot more time and frustration, just trying to save a few bucks and trying to be cheap. So, and I see investors doing that all the time, just trying to be cheap. And in the long run, it does end up costing them more money. And here's the case where, you know, I'm an experienced investor and I still make the same mistakes, thinking I can get by with this cheaper product because other people are doing it, I can do it, and it didn't work. So I do want it to look nice, and I mean, obviously, but I'm doing it more for a selfish reason because I want it to last longer. I don't want to have to replace it as often as I'm definitely going to have to replace it with this stuff. And there's no way with seeing all these gaps and cracks just in one day. And this was finished in these gaps. And they might get a little bit bigger now that we started tearing this stuff out. And I left this in here right now so I can show you guys. So I told the guys, you know, start tearing it out. I'm like, hold on, leave a little bit so I can show, you know, do a little demonstration video so I can share with you guys what the problem was, why my cheapness caused a problem. It's costing more money. So now we're going to continue to tear this out and put this vinyl planking in. When you're looking for the material, look to see if they have any specials, because like this stuff here, this vinyl planking, this luxury vinyl stuff, its general price is a $5 mil, a little cheaper, a little thinner. Like if I was going to do it for my personal house, I'd probably go 6.5 or 7. But this one here is a good, it seems like it's a really good quality. I have not used this product before. I can even show you the name out to go out in the other room. I got some boxes that I haven't torn up. But it's a good quality. It's a good, I mean, it's got some flex to it, but it's good, pretty rigid. It's got a good locking system. That's what I'm liking so far, is the locking system is working good. And I'm able to get the lock in. You can see I've done a few already. There's no seams, nothing sliding apart yet. But it's a good quality. It's going to last a long time, a lot longer than this other stuff is going to last. So for me, it was worth it to tear this stuff out, get rid of it, and then replace it with this new luxury vinyl planking. So this is the stuff I got from Home Depot. This rigid core flooring. It's pretty. I mean, it's pretty simple. They're $2.19 square foot. Whereas the comparable ones at retail were $2.69. Yeah, $2.69. So it's 50 cents per square foot cheaper, and I'm doing 700 square feet here in this property. So that was a bit of a savings, maybe $400, $500 in savings there. Now, they say you don't need the underlayment with this stuff for vapor because it's water resistant, but we're still putting on the underlayment on this stuff. It is a vapor barrier, but it also provides, just comes in these rolls. And this is just the cheaper stuff. I didn't go with higher quality for this property. But what it also does is it provides a sound barrier. So when you're walking on the floor up here, it helps to dampen the sound a little bit for the downstairs. Because this place, it's the downstairs is finished. There's bedroom and bathroom and a whole living space downstairs as well. So we want to minimize on the sound, so this vapor barrier is going to help with that as well. Hopefully this little tip is going to help somebody save themselves some money in the future. And if you like these videos, please like and share.